Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
Do animal shelters get government funding? The answer is yes, but it's a lot more complicated than you might think, and the reality is that most shelters desperately need private support to survive. Let's break it down into two main types of organizations. First, you have government-run shelters. These are often called municipal shelters, animal control facilities, or the local pound. They are an official department of your city or county government, just like the police department or the sanitation department. Because they are a government agency, they are funded by your local tax dollars. Their primary role is often public safety and animal control, which means they are the ones who pick up stray animals, handle cruelty investigations, and respond to calls about dangerous animals. However, this government funding is almost never enough to cover everything. It typically pays for the absolute basics, the building's utilities, staff salaries, and minimal food and housing. It rarely covers the high cost of extensive medical care, like surgeries for injured animals, behavioral rehabilitation for fearful dogs, or the robust marketing and adoption programs needed to find every animal a home. This is why these facilities are often overcrowded and under-resourced. Then you have the second, and much larger, group, private shelters. These are non-profit organizations, usually registered as 501(c)(3) charities. This includes most organizations with Humane Society or SPCA in their name, as well as thousands of smaller, independent rescue groups. These private organizations do not receive regular, direct funding from the government. Instead, they operate almost entirely on the generosity of the public. Their money comes from individual donations, fundraising events like galas and 5K runs, grants they apply for from private foundations, and corporate sponsorships. Sometimes, a private shelter might get a government contract to perform a specific service, like running a low-cost spay and neuter clinic for the community or taking in animals from an overwhelmed municipal facility, but this is a fee-for-service, not general operational funding. So, the next time you see a local shelter asking for donations, remember this: whether they are a government facility with a budget shortfall or a private nonprofit that relies solely on public support, they all depend on the community. The government funding that does exist is just a drop in the bucket compared to the actual cost of saving lives. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to understand this critical issue. If you found this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button to